Hi everybody and welcome to week 3. It's Sunday afternoon, halftime between the Jaguars-Patriots game, and I'm sitting here reading your responses to the Modernist Painters Forum. I wanted to offer a couple notes for the week ahead. This week you'll be reading more Modernists, but some of these I think you'll quite like. F. Scott Fitzgerald's story feels a lot like an early version of The Great Gatsby, with the Jazz Age decadence stripped away and only the emotional core remaining. And you'll also read poems from William Carlos Williams, who wrote the famous poem about eating plums. Somehow, last fall, the plum poem, called This Is Just to Say, gained a new life on Twitter. I've posted an article about the phenomenon in the supplemental resources section. Even more recently, the plum poem phenomenon combined with the Tide Pod Challenge, evidence of that is also under supplemental resources. Speaking of supplemental resources, Dale sent me a link to a YouTube video from the Crash Course series. It talks about Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse, a British modernist novel, and if you wanted more insight into how modernists think, this video is really good, especially at around the 2-minute mark. Thanks, Dale, for showing this to me. About work for this week. The first discussion board, 3.1, asks you to provide a theme for one of the works you read this week, and then someone will develop your theme with evidence from the poem or story. As you can imagine this, but you'll also develop someone else's thesis. I'm mentioning this on Sunday because, to be fair to your classmates, you really need to submit your thesis by midnight Friday. If you don't, you really don't give your classmates time to develop their response. So please, get that thesis in on time this week. Also this week, I'm looking for examples for 10 of the literary terms in the literary terms worksheet. You choose which 10. If you can, give me a page number and tell me a little bit about how it fits the definition. Thanks, and enjoy the reading this week. It's a bit of a madcap mix.